I had some chicken thighs in the freezer, and the kids requested some chicken Alfredo, so you know we got to make everything homemade. So let's start with the garlic bread here, garlic cheese bread that is. I get those loaves fresh from the grocery store, and they only cost a little over $2, super easy. We're going in with about a stick and a half of butter, the SBGP, of course, some Dano's Original, some Dano's Italiano, about a heaping scoop there of minced garlic. Going to get that good and mixed up. Butter is so easy to make, guys. I love the way it looks whenever you get it close like that. We're going to dump a little bit of grated Parmesan in there also, and then you're just spreading it on your fresh bread. That's all you're going to do. We're going to top it with some shredded mozzarella cheese. I hit it with dusting again of that Dano's Italiano on the top, and when it comes time, you're going to put that in the oven at about 350 for 10 to 15 minutes, maybe broil it for a little while. Get the cheese good melted, you're good to go. Easy peasy. So here we got our chicken thighs in there. I did tear off some of the big pieces of fat and everything, and then we're hitting it with some olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic powder, of course, and then we're coming in with some onion powder, out of onion still, so we're just going with a little powder, smoked paprika, really love smoked paprika. After that, we're coming in with the Dano's Original Seasoning. We're using plenty of that, adds good flavor. The Dano's Seasoning with the red pepper, I like a little kick. So we're going to add some of that. And then, of course, the Dano's Italiano seasoning. Adding a good scoop of cornstarch. And once we get this in the pan, that's going to add a little bit of a crunch to the chicken. So we're going to get this down in your hot pan with some olive oil. As you can see, I'm kind of dipping it in the olive oil and moving it to where I want it to go. I just want to get a nice color on this chicken. I don't want to cook it all the way. I have a pan next to me. We're going to get this in the oven, and I'm going to convection bake it at 350 until it reaches 165 or a little higher. So that was the first batch. Here comes the second batch. We're getting them all in there. And again, just want to get a nice little color on that chicken. We don't want to bake it all the way through or cook it all the way through. We're going to finish them off in the oven, and this will create a super juicy, tender chicken, and it's great. Alfredo sauce. Of course, we're making this homemade, guys. Once I learned how to do this, I will never buy Alfredo sauce ever again at the store. You have to make it homemade. We're going in with a stick of butter. Feel free to, change this recipe as you see fit for the way you like it, but this is the way I like it. So we got the stick of butter, pretty good amount of garlic. I think that was maybe a cup or a cup and a half of heavy whipping cream, somewhere around there. Salt, pepper, some garlic powder, Dano's Italiano, Dano's seasoning, and some, that was the garlic powder I think I just put in there. So we're going to give that a good stir, and then here comes the Parmesan cheese. You want to add that in. This recipe calls for about 2 cups of grated Parmesan. Here I am, one of those tubs is about a cup, so we're adding that in. I like a strong Parmesan flavor in my Alfredo sauce. If you don't like it, then don't add it. If you want it more creamier or whatnot, add some more heavy whipping cream, maybe a little bit of cream cheese to thicken it up if that's the way you like it, but we like it like this. I like a really strong Parmesan flavor, and I gave it a test. Need a little bit of pepper, added that into it, and right now my mouth is burning because I added too much of that red pepper seasoning in there. So I went in with a little more Parmesan, and I did add a little bit more heavy whipping cream to counteract that spiciness of the Alfredo sauce, because if I make it too spicy, my wife can't eat it. But I like a little bit of kick. That's why I added the red pepper seasoning. But all we're doing right now is just letting this simmer, waiting for my noodles to get done. Just want to make sure that you keep this stirred around pretty good. You don't want it to burn or anything. Here I am adding a little bit extra heavy whipping cream because I had it a little too spicy, so that's going to kind of cut it down a little bit, and it'll still be good to go. And the rest of my Parmesan grated cheese here. So again, that's about 2 cups worth of it. And again, like, this might be too strong for you. If you don't like that much Parmesan, don't add it. Thicken it up with some cream cheese or something like that if that's what you want to do. But I find this has really good flavor. Here's my chicken coming out of the oven. Make sure it's up to temp, 165 or higher there. And then we're in with my noodles. I didn't use fettuccine. Don't really care for fettuccine. This is linguine. So still works, still tastes good, whatnot. But we're going to get this plated up here. We got the noodles going down with that homemade Alfredo sauce. And then we're going to top it with a couple of these chicken thighs. And then, of course, there is our garlic bread. We're going to add some grated Parmesan on top. A little bit of parsley for some nice pretty garnish right there. And take a look at this, guys. Boy, isn't that a good looking dish. delicious. Of course, we have to see how it tastes. There you go. Get that bite there, and I'm telling you what, very smooth, very creamy, nice flavor there. So give it a try, guys. You'll never want to make your garlic bread or garlic cheese bread or buy it from the store again. Alfredo sauce is super easy. Give it a whirl. You won't regret it.